Good morning. Let's have a look at the Telegram calls for members of footballtradingprofits.com. Yesterday, a mix between tennis and football. Started off with Andrei Rublev. I think it was a set down to Marcus Giron. He went on and won that set. So I didn't pass you on the green, I don't think. What a pity. But he did go on win that set, and we got a nice swing in the odds there. Osaka and Zheng. This was a technique I like to use. It's world number 8 Zheng, so keep your liability low. Naomi Osaka, though, has been putting in some really solid performances of late. Well worth a punt in the hope that Naomi could wrestle out that set win. 1.12, very decent trading price for the layer, not the backer, of course. Here's coming back to Rublev. Now, bear in mind here, Rublev actually lost the set. Okay, this is why I posted this on Telegram to tell members, take the green, particularly as we had a loss with Ukraine the day before. Hoover up your green screens if you have had a losing session or a lost trade earlier on in the session. A nice £22 profit relative to the amount risked, of course. So you increase your risk, you increase your return. Good stuff from Rublev. Didn't even win the match. That's what it's all about. You saw he was backable at 5s. Lay him off at 1.92. We're not looking to call the match correctly. We're looking to call the odds movements within the match correctly. That's the job of a trader. Here's the Zhang and Naomi Osaka. As you can see, 1.12 lay, went up to 1.25. This was an amazing match, to and fro. It was 3-5 on Zheng's serve, I believe. It was 40-40, a real wrestling match. If Naomi Osaka had won that, would have been in for a very big odds movement. This is typical. It's very small, fine margins. The difference between a huge return and a marginal loss or a marginal gain of just a fiver. As you can see, look at this. She staved off 2 match points, Naomi Osaka, on her serve. No, on the Zheng serve. She had the break point as well. We were that close to turning 3-5. Having got involved at 2-5, turning 3-5 into 4-5 against the serve, that's what we're after. And then she's back on serve. Hold that serve, we're on to 5-5. And we get a big odd swing from 1.12. Look how close we were. A couple of match points. Oh! Staved off, sorry, and a break point. Musetti and de Minaur, old Hitler haircut. He's been so reliable. He was in big trouble again. Well worth the lay. And he just hinted, look at the liability. It's not going to harm you if he doesn't pull it off. And at those odds, it's a big ask to pull it off. 1.06 lay of Musetti. But good job from Minaur, and I'm not going to throw him under the bus. He's an excellent player, and he's probably going to provide us with some decent trades or two down the road. Yannick Sinner, little value to be had. Talon Greek Sport only won the set via a tiebreaker. Yannick Sinner, well, value's in the eye of the beholder, I suppose. 1.11 favourite, backing him at 1.5. That's 5 times his pre-match odds, so that's value. And off we go. Easy as you like. Yannick Sinner, 19.99. Do you want to flake with that? This was, I think it's Katie Boulter. This was another example of 5-2 going to 5-5. So that for me is a critical scoreline in tennis. I like it. So does the dog, as you can hear. Ruby. Oh, Ruby Murray. I thought his legs might not hold out, and I thought Papirin would give him a good run for his money, but he did win the set, Andy. It's up to you if you green up. If you take the odd £4 here and the £3 there. I was waiting for a bigger return. Turkey and Georgia. We had some excellent research yesterday at footballtradingprofits.com's research, which I provide for members every single day. It told us that 11 out of 14 goals scored by Turkey in Euro finals came in the second half. What do? Lay that draw at a pretty decent 2.46. And we're back to Ruby. I got involved at 3-1, and alas, he held serve, which was a pity. But again, he was pressured. That's why I got involved. Pressure on the Murray serve, 40-30, 40-30, 40-30, 40-40. So there was an opportunity. As I say, in this tennis, it's fine margins. It's just that single point difference changes the complexion of the match, changes the complexion of your profits as well. This was the green screen after Turkey scored to make it 2-1. Pork and cheese, we did exactly what we did with Turkey, and that was to lay the draw second half. Portugal, last 0-0 came against the Republic of Ireland. They don't do 0-0s that often. So we got that goal for Portugal, and we got the eventual winner. Czech Republic and Portugal. Czech scored first. So if you've laid the draw and the opponent scored first, you've got what I call a flat line. You see the draw odds will produce either a break even or just a small profit, a small loss. You have to get out, really, because the market's expecting Portugal to equalise, which indeed they did. So you reconfigurate your positions. This is an insurance play, which is for members only. And go to the match odds, back Portugal, half stake, lay the Czech Republic half stake as liability. And if you want to take the hit on the draw in the hope of that 99 quid on the win, then just leave it. As things turned out, we got the Portugal goal, which happened to be an own goal, which does compound my theory that these 1.5 shots are struggling. It may just be that their opponent knows their threat and reacts defensively, overtly defensively, to stop that threat, which has been successful in this tournament. The number of 1-0s and 2-1s and 0-1 losses, we nearly had another here. And this was a quick profit. If you want to take the green, boom, take the green. Nice and quick. I thought I'd spread my profit. If you go back, I had an insurance play and my loss on the insurance was 19 quid. So I thought I'd negate that on the current draw. And I just loaded up £50 on Portugal and 28 on the Czech Republic. That should be 18, by the way, but it didn't work out. And we got the Portugal win. But by the time that goal came in, I think I was long gone in bed because it's a 6-hour time difference. So excellent stuff yesterday. Really enjoyed that. Some I missed. Let's have a look at the tennis. Let's have a look. Chris Eubank was far too good, as I expected, which is good. If you're reading these matches correctly, and pat on the back. Rublev, as you see, didn't even win the second set, but we profited 22 quid. That's how you do it as a trader. Yannick Sinner, job done. Tough opening set. And this was interesting. And this is one I missed. Could have got involved with this Zverev. Two fellow Germans are going to give 110%, cover every blade of grass. Taylor Fritz, his usual reliable self, which I like. Hitler haircut, did win the first set, but maybe fatigue, maybe injury, I'm not sure, because he's better than this. Karen Khachanov, I didn't play this one, but he is a player to follow. And as you can see here, Korda made to work extremely hard. Alcaraz doing what Alcaraz does. Echeverry and Harris, possibilities of a three-setter, as I say, 1.9 won the favourite. You might want to look at that in the future. Danny Evans, who retired? One of these two retired. Danny Evans retired. So that's the second Brit retiring after Katie Boulter retired as well. Shelton and Mapeshi Pericard, possibility of getting involved second set with Shelton, but two names I don't know that well. There's old Ruby, did a fine job. I against Papirin. A really good workout, that one, for Andy. Draper, a Brit, easy as you like. Naomi Osaka, excellent stuff. Donna Vekic, playing a German. That's why I looked at this one. As you can see, the German won the first set. This is all down to home support. So a possible play there, which I missed out on. And we've got more. We've got Saville. How's about Saville? Now then, how's about I lose the first set? How's about? Don't know why I was involved with that. No, I wasn't. Not even starred. So the ones I starred are the ones which catch my eye in the morning. And it seems to be a technique that works for me. Trying to find readable matches. Elise Mertens against Wozniacki, coming back out of retirement. Wasn't expecting much from Wozza, but if she did win a set, I would have taken her on. Hilary Dart, 180. Good stuff from Hilary there. Heather Watson won the first set. Should have been taken on in the second set. This was one of those 5-2s again, which I alluded to. It's a really good technique for trading. I think it was the third set, wasn't it? The 5-2. Do it in the deciding set. See 5-2 here to Heather. I would have taken that on had I spotted it in time. I think I gave it a mention in Telegram for the members of footballtradingprofits.com. Radzecki, another Brit, but tough ask. Karolina Pliskova. Well, I wouldn't have foreseen that, but it was third set was a tiebreaker. I wouldn't have played this, to be honest, unless it was a 5-2 in that final set. I don't think there was. No, 5-3. It looked as if Pliskova had it in the bag, but no. Katie Boulter retired. So as I said, there's a couple of Brits retiring. Were they retiring under orders, perhaps, with Wimbledon on its way? Or is there some fitness issues with the Brits? Katie Boulter could be one to follow in Wimbledon. She's really caught the eye. On to today. Croatia must win. Must take points off Albania. That's the simple angle there. What does the research come up with? Because it's been pretty accurate on a number of occasions. It's going for yet another 2-1 scoreline. That's it. Both teams to score, of course, with a 2-line score. Luka Modric to score any time. Well, I'm not too sure about that. He's nearly as old as Joe Biden, old Luka. But this is what the research says. Luka Modric score anytime. Germany and Hungary. It's 1.27, and they really delivered at 1.28, didn't they? 5-1, but that was against 10 men. Possible 2-0 scoreline. More workmanlike. Under 3.5 goals, considering only one of the last 4 head-to-heads produced more than 3 goals. Low-scoring affair seems likely, but head-to-heads might be spread throughout the years. So you can have different personnel, of course. Kai Havertz to score any time. Well, he's been in pretty good form. So have a think of those. Scotland, can they get anything out of this? What does the research say? 2-1 win to Switzerland. Both teams to score. And Mikael Eibischer to score any time. I would put down, given the need for a win, the possibility of McTominay or Longstaff getting on a score sheet for the Scots if they are to score. A bit like Jude Bellingham, McTominay comes in from midfield and can get on those headers. Finnish Veikkausliiga will take a back seat today. 2.4 the favourite, 2.3 to 7 the favourite, 2.3 the favourite. Oh boy. I like VPS. They look like they deserve that odds quote. Looks readable. Ilves, possibility with SJK. Only one win against the top 7 away from home for SJK, or overall for SJK, so they might be vulnerable today. 2 tough to call, HJK and KUPS, the 2 big guns in Finland. 3-1 win for KUPS last time these 2 met. 2.37 the favourite, don't like it. But lay any late draw. And no draw in 9 for Inter Turku. Ekanas, newly promoted. 2.4 the favourite's very tough. Newly promoted, but layable if leading if they can't score that second goal. Ekanas have had trouble scoring that second goal. Failed to score in the last... Marion Hahn failed to score in the last 2 matches. So let's have a look at the tennis today. And again, I'm going to go through what I do. Star, I like Struff. home lad in Germany, good on grass. Kupfer might surprise, fellow German in Germany. Chris Eubank, not favourite today. So interesting switch in the odds. You saw that with Milos Raonic, didn't you? One day he's a very strong favourite, the next day he's an outsider. And the market did get it right. Daniil Medvedev, it looks a very readable coupon in Halle. No Federer, of course, he normally farms this tournament. Zverev, really good performance against fellow German yesterday. Grigor, we know well. Thompson against Murray. This is another Australian Andy Murray has to face. He was outsider yesterday. This might be a bridge too far. Consecutive days for Ruby. Milos Raonic and Taylor Fritz, fascinating encounter. The thing with Milos Raonic is if that serve clicks, you ain't going to break him. So this is going to be fascinating. I like Taylor Fritz. I would be waiting for a Milos Raonic set win. If he wins the first set, I would have faith in Taylor Fritz here. A couple of, is it Russians meeting each other? I'm not sure of that flag. But when I see that, it could be a tight one. They know each other well, don't they? Moving on down to Birmingham. All right, mate. How you doing, mate? Oh, I'm all right, mate. You doing all right, you? Nothing much appeals to me in Birmingham. Don't know about this one, mate. Fernandez, 1.36, 33rd in the world. The rankings differential is not that big. I don't know these players well enough, I'm afraid. This is what I do, just initial instinct. Use pick of the matches you think you can read. And it tends to be a good technique. It tends to work very well. So, footballtradingprofits.com members, I'll see you on Telegram throughout the day. You saw some good green screens yesterday. I'm committed to more of those same for you today. Come on, the Scots. Let's see if they can pull it out the fire. I really hope so. But it's a tough ask. They must win, though. Must win Scots. Must win Croatia. Must win Hungary. I think, what did Hungary get in their first match? So we've got a number of must-wins, which do tend to mean that that draw is vulnerable. Yeah, it's a must-win for Hungary. We can have a look at the group standings. We give you an idea of the need. Because there's only 3 games, don't forget. Only 3 games to work it all out. So must-win for Hungary, must-win for Scotland. Got to take points off the Swiss and the Germans. Make it all uniform, 3-3-3-3. So it looks predominantly Group A today. And, of course, Croatia must win. That will get them level with Spain and Italy, albeit having played a game more. They will be disadvantaged here in this group. It's a tough group to get out of, but I did back Croatia pre-match in the winners' market in the hope of getting out. I did back Italy as well. Have a great day. And Telegrammers, footballtradingprofit.com Telegrammers, I'll see you on throughout the day. And if you want to be alerted, we've got Friday, a nice weekly e-letter where I'll be uncovering lessons learnt from this past week, any tips and strategies for the weekend, and a look at the tennis. We've got Wimbledon coming up as well. So footballtradingprofits.com/free letter. Free letter. Stick your name and your email address in there. Get a weekly free e-letter jam-packed with tips, strategies and research for you for football and for tennis. Have a great day, and I'll see members of footballtradingprofits.com on Telegram throughout the day. Let's see if we can have as good a day today as we had yesterday.